Today, we are talking about environmental health and safety, EH&S, in the facilities maintenance setting. What is the purpose of an EH&S program? What does an EH&S manager do? Well, depending on the size of your company, you may need an EHS manager, or if your company is very small, the EH&S responsibilities may fall to someone else in the management team. But basically, an EH&S manager serves as a point of contact for EH&S audits, permits, emergencies, etc. They reduce the risk of injury to employees or the environment with training programs and proper procedures, ensure company compliance with regulatory bodies like OSHA and the EPA, for example, and the local fire marshal. They ensure regular facility inspections are performed, ensure employees are trained how to use PPE, and they proactively use their PPE, reduce the chances of the company incurring expensive fines for non-compliance, ensure employees receive regular safety training, like a monthly safety training program, where you cover a different topic each month. Company vehicles, safe driving training, insurance, registration, accident response, create an emergency response plan. So if there's a natural disaster, an active shooter, etc., there's a response plan that is in place, everyone's aware of. So you need to know where you're at and how compliant or non-compliant your facility is as far as environmental health and safety. So the best way to start is to conduct an audit, a walkthrough audit. And here's a sample template that you can use as you walk through your facility, depending on the type of industry you're in, the type of facility you have, how many buildings you have, how large your staff, etc. This template may need to be adjusted to match your specific industry or needs. But basically, you're looking at job safety and health poster and communications. Is there emergency response number posted? Do you keep records of recent inspections and safety meetings on hand? Housekeeping, is there a slip, trip, and fall hazards throughout the facility or not? Are materials stored properly? Are things disposed of properly? For example, you want to make sure people aren't throwing away oily rags or used batteries in the regular trash. PPE, are employees wearing PPE? Do they have access to the PPE they need? Hazardous communication program. Do you have SDSs available, like a 3-ring binder with all your SDSs for all the chemicals you have on your facility? Are hand and power tools in good condition? The cords aren't damaged. There's no bare wires. Is there proper training on how to use the equipment? Electrical safety. Make sure no electrical panels are blocked. Make sure there's no broken or burnt electrical receptacles. All the lights are working. Areas are well lit. Material handling. Have all forklifts been inspected on a regular basis before use? Have employees been trained on how to drive the forklift or other equipment? Fire protection. Are flammable combustible liquids stored in approved storage cabinets? Is there a sprinkler system in the facility? A fire alarm system in the facility? Have they been inspected? Do sprinklers have 18 inches of vertical clearance from stored materials? Are evacuation routes known for all employees during the event of an emergency? Are fire extinguishers clearly labeled and easily accessible and inspected on a regular basis? Same with fire hydrants. Are all doors and passageways unobstructed and emergency exits clearly labeled? So again, even secondary containers, let's say you have a 55-gallon drum of degreaser and you pump degreaser into one of these spray bottles. That spray bottle needs to be properly labeled with the degreaser as a chemical name, for example, what the health hazard, fire hazard, etc. And that's an NFPA labeling requirement. For all secondary containers, they should have a lid on it and properly labeled. As you walk through your facility, are all the employees wearing the proper PPE? Do you have proper signage throughout the inside and outside of your facility? If you have flammables, are they stored in a proper containment cabinet? If you have chemicals or oils or things, you work in a shop environment, production environment, do you have a proper spill kit or spill kits around the facility that are well stocked, readily available? If you have eye wash stations and emergency showers, are they regularly inspected and tested? Do the employees know how to use them? Do you have first aid kits, wall-mounted first aid kits that are regularly stocked and inspected? So this is an image of a violation of a job site where you can see things are not labeled. They're outside. The buckets are full of oil and rainwater. This is a huge violation. This is a no-no. Everything should be covered, labeled properly, again, to meet OSHA and DOT and RCRA regulations. Conducting a regular walk-around inspection of your facility can help ensure everything is properly labeled and stored. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment for future video topics you would like me to cover.